What do you need deliverance from? You know, it's almost the end of the day, and some of us might just need delivery from this day. You ever have one of those days that nothing is going right and you just need to hit the reset? Sometimes you need deliverance from the day. Sometimes it's a relationship, and it's on ice, it's on rocky ground, and you've been praying, you've been thinking about it, but you need God to intervene and deliver you in that situation, in that relationship. Then there are the big issues. Maybe at work or at school, there's a project coming up, there's a big paper coming up, and man, it's complex. It's taking all that you have, and you just need some kind of delivery. When it's over, it'll feel better. I think of other situations, whether it be financial stress, whether it be medical circumstances. We are a people in constant need of help in whatever circumstance. So again, I ask, what do you need delivery from right now? Well, I'm so glad you joined us, because our God will deliver. Our God is a deliverer. And the psalm that I want to share with you has a pretty extreme circumstance. I'm in Psalm 3, where it says, it's a psalm of David, and he fled from his son Absalom. And so the situation is this, that one of his sons threw a coup, got the people on his side, took David's throne, took his place in the house, so that David had to flee his own kingdom from his own son. His son wanted to rule and be king. Now, David didn't want to attack. David did not want to kill his son. That's very clear through Scripture. And yet, this was a precarious situation to be in. So bad that the psalm says, many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. People looking into David's life were saying, this situation is so severe, there's no way he's going to get past this. No way he's going to get back to the kingdom. And yet, David had confidence in the midst of this situation. Even though arrogance, had led to overconfidence for Absalom and the rulers at the time, David had humility and a quiet confidence in who God was and what he would do. And so it says, but you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head. I call out to the Lord. He answers me from his holy mountain. I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. This is a reference that David was having good sleep, even though his kingdom was in disarray and even though he was under threat of attack. This is such a good picture that I had in mind. Like, what if we could hit the bed tonight and we could have a lot of different things circling around us, a lot of things that could potentially damage us or make us disheartened. And yet we can sleep in peace because God is our shield, because God is our deliverer. I was thinking more on this. It's a common phrase to say, I'm hanging on by a thread. And I don't know if you've ever been at that point. I don't know if David would have thought that in an earthly sense. Man, I'm hanging on by a thread. And sometimes life and these situations, they seem so fragile. They seem like they can break and go wrong for so many different reasons. But do you know that under the thread is the hand of God? What if we were a people convinced that even when the thread we're hanging on to breaks, well, there the hand of God is going to catch us. That's the confidence we can have. And so you might know the story, but David was delivered. David didn't do much, and Absalom got caught in a tree and met his demise, and God had a plan for his anointed king. God held David in the palm of his hand and knew how to handle this evil. For us, there might be things we need to do, but some circumstances are beyond our control. And so in those circumstances, we need to know that God knows exactly what we need. God is for us, with us, and knows how to fight and deliver. One of the reasons we can have rest is confidence in what the Lord is doing for us and is on our side. I consider also of our greatest deliverance. You and I were under the fear of death and the devil and the consequences of our sin, shame and guilt. And I got to tell you, you're delivered already. The devil has no power over you. He's a dog on God's leash. Death has no power over you. We will rise and be with the Lord. Guilt and shame have no place because we are forgiven through the cross of Jesus. And if he's delivered us from those things, man, what won't he deliver us from until we see him someday in heaven? Man, What confidence. Man, I hope this gives you peace to the day. Thank you so much for joining us today. May God richly bless you. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Jamie. Great to see you all. Hi, Danielle.